everybody, welcome back to a new episode of Royale. Um, I have to check. I think I was going to, yep, I am going to deal with the next pirate hideouts. Depending on the state of my fleet, I probably have to. I probably have to, what you call it, do repairs. My brains are really messing up at the moment, people. Sorry for that. I don't know what it is, but I just did another recording and I couldn't find the word in English for what I was planning to do. And right now I have the same problem. So transport, convoy, is one. How many ships? Not enough. So where is my other big hunting convoy? Trainer, Savannah. No, you stay out of it. If I'm not mistaken, I could grow. Yep, okay. I wasn't looking for the conquistador, I was looking for my hunter. That is okay. And I need to repair that one too. What kind of captain do you have? A good one. So I need to switch with him. Right, now I know what I'm going to do. And as I was trying to say earlier, I did a recording with another game before this, and I really had a problem finding the right words. I knew the words in my own language, but for whatever weird reason, I couldn't find them in English. And I'm usually thinking in English when I'm talking about the games. So it makes things complicated because usually when I'm not doing that for whatever reason, I could actually translate the Dutch word from English, the word from Dutch into English. But right now it didn't work. That makes things a bit difficult. So, Hunter, add a frigate, remove the pirate box. 43, 65, 41. Take the 41 out. Add a corvette. Take the 1988 out. Transport. Done. Shipyard. Repair 13 days. Switch captains. 14 days. I think the last one I added was Georgetown to my list. Let's see, Caroline, Bahama, Georgetown, Gibara. Yeah. So looking at the map, did I have Grenada? Yep. The next one will be Port of Spain. Trade routes, maintenance active. Edit. There is nothing to edit. Manzanillo, Port of Spain. Woods, bricks, corn, hemp, always, and cocoa. Okay. Here we go again. Unload everything. Unload everything. Port of Spain. Loads. Woods. Bricks. Corn. Hemp. Cocoa. And of course, settlers. Manzanillo. Grain. Fruits. Sugar. Cotton. Garments. Rum. No cocoa. I think 20 is actually better on this one. We also have Puerto Santo at some point. That's why we already have some ports. Name. Active. There it goes. Now, political situation. Dutch still at war with the English and the French. I don't want to take anything from the French. I could take things of the English if it wasn't for all the convoys I'm sending in their way, and if it wasn't that I'm still, in my opinion, like a few million. So I'm not going to do that yet. I want to deal with all those pirates first. Let's see what he has to. No, thanks. What I do need is a foothold over here. But at 78%, not going to happen. Victor Hughes for 1. going to look for my map. There it is. Because I have the feeling I'm overlooking a location for the artifacts.
I will tell you a little about Columbus's great voyage across the Atlantic and the discovery of America.
Of
Without doubt, the
course.
voyages of Christopher Columbus, 1451 to 1506, to America, ranked among the greatest adventures ever undertaken by mankind. Even a writer could hardly dare to imagine such a tale of dramatic events and strange coincidences. Although the navigator from Genoa had managed to convince the royal couple, Isabella and Ferdinand of Spain, of his idea that there was a western sea route to India, he was certainly not able to rely on the assent of the crew on board. Indeed, most of the crew was pressed into service. As punishment for misdemeanors against the crown, the town of Palos was forced to provide 2 ships with crews. The news of Columbus's plan provoked expressions of horror. The crew was firmly convinced that they were sailing under the command of a madman who could only bring destruction on himself and all who sailed with him. However, Columbus's great enemy was superstition. Every imaginable tale of horror appeared to have made its way on board, and any strange or sinister events only reinforced the sailors' fears. A volcano erupted as they sailed past Tenerife. Then they saw columns of fire in the sky, and even the compass needle appeared to be playing tricks on the crew. If the ships were becalmed, this was seen as a bad omen. On the other hand, if they made good progress, this meant that the wind always blew from east to west, and that they would never be able to turn around. On many occasions, a mutiny appeared to be inevitable. One night, the captain heard footsteps and muttering outside his cabin, and only when he started to pray in a loud voice did the assassins lose courage and sneak away. The most serious crises always broke out when what was thought to be an island on the horizon turned out once again to be nothing more than an optical illusion. It was just such an occurrence on October the 10th that brought matters to a head. With great difficulty, Columbus negotiated an ultimatum of 3 days, after which the crew wanted to turn around, preferably without their captain. However, fate had other intentions. They did in fact sight land within these 3 days. None of those present could have dreamt that, instead of Asia, they had stumbled upon a completely new and unknown continent. Japan and China still lay thousands of nautical miles away, and only for the unbelievable good fortune that a foreign continent lay in its path, Columbus's expedition would have been lost. The morale of the crew was immediately lifted. None of them could recall ever having harbored thoughts of mutiny.
Yeah. Well, the only thing that puzzles me about this whole story is that they knew more or less how large the Earth was. The circle of the Earth. was already approximately known. So they also could have known that it was very unlikely that they would run into Asia with the time they had traveled, especially since at that time there was still a map out, and I think it's still somewhere in the museum, called the Vinland map. And Vin in this case is an ancient, I think, Scandinavian word for wine. As the Vikings already had discovered America, other nations had probably, although it's not 100% certain, but there's always that certainty, that theory that other nations have discovered America as well. So it's a bit weird. Then at the same time, we know what the Spanish Inquisition did and the way they were treating some things. So with that in mind, it does make sense. Wrong guy. Mission Georgetown. 9 days sailing, 16th of October. Yes, plenty enough. By the time he actually is there, he may have gained another skill, which is also nice. So let's visit father-in-law. Great. So I have to attack the town to get a bloody poodle. Do I have a letter of marque now? Yeah, I have. Okay. Also before the October 16th. Hmm. Weird. Am I able to complete that? I don't know.
I allow all the visiting traders to be in and out here all day long, just so I can have some company. Could you not manage to drop by more often? I have found out something more about the artifacts and the special location. What that place holds, I do not know. To locate the position, my father tells me that I have learned the following from talking to traders. The average prices of the 4 most expensive goods are
Sugar, rope, corn and meat in France. Okay. Quite profitable. Okay, thank you. What about you?
It's good to see you here. Come in, and I'll see if I have something for you.
Living space scarce. Okay,
I
so
would
I need to
gladly
build.
task you with capturing a town belonging to our enemies.
and salt. This is going well. Okay, let's see. Residential. 1, 2. Going to take the local trader a bit out of business. And already getting close. I think it's better. I did ground Bahama, right? Yes, I know rats. Okay, that's it. Did Andros. Yep. Kibara. Because that used to be mine, you prick. Just like the houses here, but I will pick those up later. Done. Turks. Nothing happening. Okay. Tortuga. Don't need settlers. Well, I do have a convoy for Isabella. Where is it? Salt. Living space. Yeah, I was expecting that. Done. So I actually lost more money in this episode as in the previous ones. But the good news is, with all the residential buildings I actually have, I will be making good money afterwards. Not sure if I'm going to fight that pirate this episode, the way things are going, but we'll see. I'm forgetting about something. So, one mistake made, or actually two mistakes made, because I never am able to finish the other mission. We'll see what happens. Carrack, galleon, two military frigates. Whoa! Well, that certainly is worth it. That's even better as fighting that pirate. Because two military frigates will help a lot to get balance in my... I can in general add you can in general drop a second military frigate in each convoy, replacing one of the military corvettes. So that's certainly good news. So gains more powerful. Yeah, another cannon and another ship. Okay. Spain is at war with no one. Dutch with the English. And the French. I should start to aim at English cities at some point. But that depends. That really depends. Damn it. That really depends how that war is progressing. I need some time here. Shipyard, repair trainer. Better. Hopefully I'm able to find a captain even better as that one. Zero, 1-0. No. Okay. So let's see. Taking him on with one fleet. If something escapes, I will send in another fleet. Well, I have to do that at some point. Most important ones, the two military frigates. They're down in the center. Okay. Every ship I lose in this fight before they flee will be added to them, so we'll have to make sure that they started the fight with 6 ships. They will end it with less. Whenever possible, having those two military frigates under my command. After that, I can send in the other fleet. And mop off the rest. Right now I am really losing speed and crew because of that frigate. Not for long. But I will lose one ship, that's for sure. Unless I escape with this one. Gotcha, that's 2. We will probably try to board it. Like I said. So the score is 1 for them, none for me. Fleeing against the wind, that's pretty painful. Just get away with that galleon. I can concentrate at those carracks. And I can't see what we have here. I think this carrack is still having full sails. The galleon for sure. So that's probably the military frigate on the outside. Yep. Well, in theory, I can even the score now. Unless I'm not careful enough, like just happened. One. Missed. I need that military frigate. Come on. Gotcha. That's two. Now we're talking. Now the funny thing, that galleon has even his sails being removed. At least. It's basically the ship in the best condition. It's also going to be the ship that I will let escape. Although I want its crew to be gone. Because I can deal with it with the other convoy. This is going to be tricky. No, it isn't. "34."
Make ready to board!
And off we go. I want the carracks. 1, 2, 3. Come on, push through it. 4. Usually, I should sail away if I were the one being chased. 5. So, I managed to capture 5 ships and a trading ship. So I'm going to take all the carracks and basically all the cannons. Wait, does that mean? Yeah, that means there's no goods? No. Off to Manzanillo. Next. Capture. Capture. No goods. Done. Off to Manzanillo. Off to Biloxi. Mission accomplished. It can be so easy sometimes. Yeah, it is right. Okay. Puerto Santo. Sea charts. Manzanillo. Puerto Santo. Maintenance. Edit. Grain. Fruits. Hemp. Grain, fruits. I think it won't be that long. Or I'm able to actually stop everything. Do I have a route to Tampico yet? Martinazo, Pensacola, Spain, Oplas, San Joe, Santo. It's Tampa, Tampico. Yeah, I got Tampico. Veracruz. Yep, I have Veracruz. And that's it. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. No, I have nombre de Dios. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. No, I have Maracaibo. Gibraltar, 10, 12, 14, 15, 50 fleets, Nombre de Dios, and Havana. I have Havana. I don't have Nombre de Dios yet. So 16 convoys. 16 convoys, and I'm done. That also means that all the convoys I have set up to buy the colonial goods, the import goods, I think that's 3 or 4 convoys, I can actually move them for other stuff. Most likely going to transport between Manzanillo and the other place cities. But there's progress. It also means that I can basically start with setting up industries in each and every Dutch town. So 4 frigates and a corvette. That's one. I have to wait for this one to arrive. But I will put both of those convoys under repair. That also means no fighting pirates. At least not this episode. Hey. There he was. "13 days, 15 days, 11 days, 14 days." Okay. May I'm more and more thinking about changing my approach. I need a quarter of town to set up buildings. And I made a mistake, absolutely a mistake, to put the first quarter of town as a business area instead of a housing area instead of business. Let's see what we have. I have an awful lot of sugar and wood, so I'm going to start from that also means I'm going to need people. I think I think setting up grain and fruit works too. Wheat farm. And fruit. My advantage, because I marked this area, I already know more or less where I have to stop. So we'll see how things are going to play out. that part is done. So we got an area to walk, and last but not least, something I will do later, because I want to be sure that everything has pathing around here. So I will make sure the pathing is done over here before I start planting trees on the outside to fill things up. One, two, three, four. No, one, two. This is 4, 8, 11 houses. That's 330, 440 people. 5, 6, 7, 8 houses. Not enough. I will need more bricks. Oh well, those will be brought in at some point anyway. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, I need to keep. Don't need to buy anything. So where am I able to produce bricks? Charlestown, not in Turks. Inglaterra, Savannah. Irony, oh irony. I guess I'll just start moving along the line with my ships and get the permits and start building at some point. But that'll be next week. That'll be next week. I am doing rum here too, right? Sugar, no wood. Okay. Next week I'm going to expand to the other Dutch towns and see what that does to everything I have. I won't expand into any town yet that isn't Dutch for now, for a simple reason. I lost my business and houses in Gibara to start with. But there's no need to do that as long as I don't have access to them. I may at some point start attacking English military convoys. That completely depends on how things are going. English are at a normal strength. So I can't do that. The thing is, this entire area will be empty, so I won't be able to get any cocoa. That's a disadvantage. So I will have to think that over. The plus side, if I'm able to get Tortuga and or Isabella, but in particular Tortuga and perhaps Port-au-Prince instead of Isabella, I think that would even be better. If I get those two, this area will become under Dutch influence, and later I can get Gibara, Santiago, and perhaps Havana or Nombre de Dios, something like that. But it may be having a positive influence on the balance, but more important, at least more important to me, I will be able to control some areas a lot better. So it's something to consider about in the next episode. For now, I'm just starting up my entire production in Manzanillo. I will need lots of bricks, so next episode I will certainly expand to 1 or 2 cities where I can start brick production, and from that point on we'll see what's going to happen. So there's a lot to do. There are plenty of plans, and at some point I'm pretty certain that it all starts working out. So we'll see. All with that, I bid you a very good week. I hope you've been enjoying it. I did. Although I didn't get the pirate I wanted to, the other convoy was certainly something extra, and certainly something I enjoyed. And I do hope to see you next week. Have a very good week. Goodbye.